mean deviation. Suppose diagram shows cross section of prism A, B, C. A is an angular prism. BC is the base. Suppose a polychromatic polychromatic light beam consists of colors. Being incident on a prism. Colors disperse. This is known as angular dispersion. It is measured for two colors. That is the deviation is delta 21 to delta 2 minus delta 1. For white light, and red colors. Therefore, delta PR equal to delta P minus delta R. The deviation, this is deviation or in prism. Therefore, delta 21 equal to delta 2 minus delta 1, and therefore is equal to A into N2 minus N1 square. N is a refractive index of a prism. prism. In diagram ABC shows a cross section of a prism. Here ABC cross section of a prism. A guy angle of prism and BC base of prism. When a ray of white light is incident on a surface of prism, where ray is deviated, two rays are deviated, one is violet and from another surface shapen surface, where delta R is the angle of deviation of red color and delta D is the angle of deviation for violet color. In angular dispersion, suppose a polychromatic light. Chromatic means color and poly means many color. This beam consists of a number of colors. When this polychromatic beam incident on a prism which deviated, and these colors are dispersed. Mainly two colors, violet and red. This deviation is measured for these two colors, and their deviation is delta 2 1 equal to delta 2 minus delta 1. म्हणजे deviation for two colors equal to deviation of color 2 minus deviation of color 1. Or difference gives the deviation of dispersion of two colors. For white light consists of 7 colors in between violet and red, and this is measured for this color in between violet and red color. Their violet deviation for violet color is denoted by TV, and deviation of red color is denoted by delta R. Mean deviation delta VR equal to deviation of violet color minus deviation of red colors, and म्हणून delta 2 1 equal to delta 2 minus delta 1 म्हणजे deviation of these two color equal to deviation of second color minus deviation of first color, and this is equal to A is equal to N2 minus N, where the N म्हणजे refractive index of a prism.